This video is going to be about the cost of cremation. I know it's a morbid subject, but it was one that I was forced into when my father passed away, and it might be something that you've been forced into as well if you're watching this video. Now, when I went into this whole process, I had no idea what cremation costs. I didn't know the process at all, and I kind of wished a video like this existed, so I'm making this for you right now, and I hope it provides value for you. Just to give you some background, my dad died of cancer, but before he passed away, he told me that he just wanted the most simple cremation, and he wanted a memorial at the church. So when it came to finding places to do the cremation, I was just looking for the cheapest cost because they were essentially all doing the same exact thing. Now, you'd be shocked to know the prices. I called 6 different places in 3 different towns nearby us, all within like a 20-mile range of where I live. And the prices were very varied. The cheapest one and the one that I went with was $1,990. You may think that that's a lot of money, but if you heard the other prices, I'll just kind of go through them here. The second one was $2,100. The next cheapest one was $2,400. The next one was $2,730. $2,785, and the last one and most expensive was $3,245, which kind of surprised me to see so much variation considering they were all essentially providing the same service, but most of them really didn't go into what they were doing except for the one that I called and the 5th most expensive one. Now, the one that I went with, that $1,990, that included everything, and I'll go over that with you because they went over it, and then the other one, which was $2,785, this is a breakdown of their fees. And this is everything that's included in a cremation process. Just for the service alone, the number 5 one that I went over, that was $2,785. The service was $1,875. That was just basically paying them to do what they do, to be the funeral home. Not for anything in their funeral home, anything at all. It's just $1,875 flat fee. Then after that, you pay $275 for the cremation. You pay $40 for a cremation permit from the coroner. That's basically just the county saying, we want $40 for this. And then the removal of the body. My dad was in the hospital, so they would have to remove him or take him from wherever your family members passed away to the crematory. That's $225. The urn or the container to put the person in is $220. And the obituary cost is anywhere from $150 to $300. So if you add all that together, that was $2,785. That was the first place I called, and I was just blown away by the cost. I just thought, that is absolutely crazy. Just for a cremation, you're talking almost $3,000. Now, as I continued my phone calls, I ended up calling the place that I went with, and for that $1,990 that I paid, that included everything that I just went over with you. So for what this person charged for all of this stuff, that's what the other place is charging just for the service of them providing it, not the cremation, the cost of the permits, the removal of the body, the container and the urn, and the obituary. All that was included with me. So you have to be very careful when you're trying to price these things out because they can nickel and dime you that way. That is just a crazy cost. The last one I called was the most expensive. He said $32.45, and I was just like, oh, okay, thank you, because that's just insane. Because really all you're really paying for here is the cremation. The actual cremation cost, at least where I live, is $275 and the $40 permit. So if you had a way of actually getting the body there and you didn't have to go through all of this red tape and stuff that's included, it really would be like about $315 or $310 to get a cremation done, but there's all this other stuff. And that kind of sums up the cost. It may change depending on where you live and different circumstances, but you're probably looking at about $2,000 to have someone cremated, and that's what I paid. And it's unfortunate, when you have to put that out of pocket, and it just kind of goes to show you the importance of having life insurance, because even if you had $5,000 life insurance, if you were just getting cremated, that would be more than enough to cover everything. But that's the cost. Hopefully this video helped you out. If there's any other questions you have, if you want to leave a comment, I'd be happy to answer that, and I'll do my best to do that in the future. But that is the cost of cremation, and it's kind of information that I wish I had when it all happened. Another thing, I guess, before I go, I want to tell you is the funeral home that I went with, they took care of everything. If you're wondering about the obituary, I basically just put like the family members' names down and just a few things about my dad. He did the obituary for me, which was really nice. The death certificates, you have to pay for those. In the state of Pennsylvania where I live, it's $6 a piece for original ones. So you might want to get 5 or 10 of those just to have them. And everything else is taken care of. You basically just go and you pick up the ashes when it's all done. You pick up the death certificates, and everything's taken care of. So it's a good peace of mind to have it done, but it's just a little expensive. And it takes a burden off of you if you can just find a place that'll take care of everything. They're really good. And the place I went with, they are very, very nice people. So I thank you for watching this video, and hopefully this helped.